Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in because this is an experiment and this is going to be my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 16. Villains are out, and I'm guessing the citizens have started to defend themselves according to the preview. So that could make for an interesting plot already. Monsters roaming the streets and the citizens stepping up to defend themselves. This is what I originally thought was like the My Hero Academia storyline was going to be like. Well, if everybody has powers, then that means everybody has a right to defend themselves, right? But I guess not. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Without further ado, let's get into this. Like, everybody's doing hero work, it looks like. We still haven't met this guy. Like, I gotta be honest, he looks so cool like that. Like, just like the ragged hero, you know? Somehow his hero costume looks so cool. Oh my goodness, tiny hawks. This is adorable. I love seeing heroes be influenced by other heroes. That's so cool. They were an inspiration to you, right? Oh.
バレんと思ったか、小賢しか。
ビリビリして街で何かあったと思って。
And his wings are technically an extra sense, so.
嘘をつくな。
Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
言うたのや、何度目だ。
Jeez. If Hawks ever finds out the truth about Endeavor.
こいつが生まれなければ、俺はまだ自由やった。
You think you're tied? Okay.
耐え続ければ時が経てば
What's gonna happen when he finds out about Endeavor's family past?
捕まってしまった。捕まっちゃったって。エンデバーに。
瞬間、夢は現実に。テレビの中にしかいなかったもん。
Interfered with your life.
この母に生活能力があるはずもなく。
なんでもいいけ。明かり持ってきて。
What is her quirk? Like, what's with the eyes? Oh, jeez.
のためにその羽が。
See, she's saying use your wings.
けれど、俺は。
You wanted to be a hero. You wanted to do good things.
今後ご家族ごとこちらで全面支援させていただきます。
僕にあれがと見えますか。
高見との関わりを一切抹消し。
Oh, of course, his mom will take that without any hesitation.
特別なヒーローとなるための専用プログラムをこなしてもらう。
Yeah, the youngest in forever.
悪いやつをやっつけるヒーローになれますか。
Abusive families, man.
寝たか死んだかわからん。
So are we going to explain what's going on? Why are they in the Batmobile? Who does that belong to?
ホームから着想を得た下肢状態にする手術など。
Whoa, okay. So that was actually his body. Okay.
やつは遺体の鑑定も求めてきました。
His voice sounds computerized.
共有保管を提案してきた。効果的な場面で。
Oh my gosh! Dabi, really?
やつらの息のかかった施設で保存。
So how did they get him out?
直ったか。
連れが見えた。
Oh, he can't talk. He's talking through a phone.
食いしん坊が商店街を管理するぜ。
Yeah, okay. You look stupid, so you're not gonna be remembered.
リバーファイヤー。
It's his car. Okay.
同業しい取り物失礼した。
ありがとう。
Well, okay. Everybody's grateful to him.
来ないよ。
Why not?
やつは刑務所から脱獄したヴィラン。
Oh, sure.
世間から批判の的にされるや否や。
Are you joking? Oh,
いなくても。
birth of a villain right there.
では、私のサイドキックを。
Ah, well done, best genist.
夜逃げか。
His mom?
敬語へ。
Oh.
怖い男の人たちが入ってきて家族のことを教えろと脅されて。
Dabi did that?
私はあなたのことを誇りに思っていま
Oh
す。
my gosh. Of course.
それはきついな。
That's rough, buddy.
の関係が消えるということです。
Huh.
救うのじゃなく見限った人を助けたいってやつがですよ。
So Hawks doesn't exactly fall into Stain's chosen heroes as well, huh?
指示を出す人がもういない。
So aren't you free then?
なくなった。
Ooh, are you okay?
こっちでいいやろ。オールマイトは高かし。あんたもこん人ごと強くなんな。
Okay, so she actually did believe in him. They were both just very abused.
自由を得た時って人の差が現れますよね。
We getting very Attack on Titan here.
奪い側はいいやつでした。
Oh, yeah, bring this up, please. Acknowledge the fact that you definitely killed someone. Someone good.
そうありた。
Oh, Hawks!
ダメでその骨がついてると
For good, right?
今は違う
Oh yeah.
してどう動く
You're gonna pay him a visit, right?
エンデバーさんが困ってる
Save him. Well done, Hawks. No more of the lackadaisical, laid-back hero. I chose a good guy as my favorite pro.
2日前の被害状況も把握できぬま
Wait, it's gotten this worse in 2 days? Actually, that tracks.
全国に広がる真偽不明の濃霧目撃談
Oh yeah, let's revisit this.
人々の抱く情勢
So it started even back then, wow.
経て
I hate that Moonfish is out. If there's any villain like worse than All for One, it's Moonfish.
甘くなったもんじゃの
Wait, is this the guy from...
サポートアイテム
Whoa.
近くにいるヒーローは直ちに向かってくれ
Let me see what you can do.
に巻かれているのだ
Oh, Detonarat! Support items. Obviously, he's spread out his support items to the people.
And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
の武装戦闘は
So now you've got to contain that too. Oh my gosh.
ナンバー9ヒ
Yeah, I remember seeing him in the lineup. Like usually the cherry petals, like the cherry blossom petals falling are so... Stain. Yeah, that's Stain. Here we go.
ふるいに
You're back. Yeah, you're so happy about this.
この男一人の肩に乗せる
ショート君たちはとりあえず大丈夫です。あなたもなんとか一
This is an interesting cover of You Say Run. The strings in the background of it, so much unease. Oh wow. You guys are getting a music analysis at the end of this video. That was okay.
生きている
Yeah, why are you alive is probably what he's asking.
東野はあの戦いで
He's falling from grace.
あの時と同じ
He could see his son in danger, yeah. But it was both his sons in danger, which is even worse.
そう一部覆そうとも
What's with that collar, man? It makes your neck look super long.
かつてしてきたことが
Ripping at his own hair?
ヒーローとしての
Wow. Don't ever say that in front of anybody else.
息子とは戦えないお
Shoto!
何泣いてんだよ。
Yeah, Natsu's like, what are you crying about? You brought this on yourself, dude.
今になって
Like, now? Now you're guilt seating you alive? Wow. That's so sad to see him like this, though.
心が何
Oh! That's right, right!
レイなぜここに
話をしに来たの。
Alright.
東野のこと。
Oh. Okay, why was it called the Hellish Todoroki family if the whole thing, or at least a good chunk of it, was about hawks? The Hellish Todoroki family should have probably been the name of the next episode, not this one. Okay, so again, I feel, okay, so if this is how the arc is going to go, where like not much is happening fight-wise, then I feel like this arc is mainly just going to be a arc of while the villains are out succeeding, the heroes are regrouping, which is fine with me. I love the pacing of this show, and even if it sometimes seems like lackadaisical, like it was, I know a lot of you were really miffed about the pacing last season, but in all honesty, like I didn't really care. If My Villain Academia was supposed to be the final arc, I feel like it worked better that way because it had us hung up. It was almost like a good cliffhanger to end the season on to prepare us for this one. And I feel like even if they tried to sustain that cliffhanger feeling without changing the order of the arcs, the Endeavor arc might have been like scrunched down to maybe 2 episodes, the dinner and the training, and then it would have ended on the note of Toya, not Shigaraki, who is the villain that we need to be focusing on, because Toya is like a swing from left field, you know? That would be a swing from left field if you're the one receiving it, right? But anyway, I didn't really consider that like a tiny spoiler that Hawks was abused, because I did know that as well. Turns out it said you were arresting a thief named Takami. Turns out maybe it's just because Hawks' dad was seen in a darker light, but his hair was brown, and the thief that I saw walking away in season 5 had literally bright red hair. So I guess I was wrong. I don't know who that guy was. The thief named Takami was Hawks' dad. I guess his hair color just changed or something. Wow, you get like the perfect specimens of heroes from different places. Man, Hawks, poor guy. That's really all I wish I could say. His mother intrigued me a lot. I really liked her design for whatever reason, and she seemed like a very paranoid and scared person, and maybe that's because she has an extra set of eyes. Is that basically what her quirk was? An enhanced set of senses? Because that would make sense as to why Hawks' wings aren't just feathers, they're like his senses. Each feather is a little package of his hearing, his sense of touch, and his sight all in one. The combination of two like so-so quirks combined, like Hawks' quirk is amazing. He came from like the poorest of situations, and the fact that his mom literally had him as an excuse to like tie him to the family. That's where I question like the morality of Hawks' dad. Like, did he actually stay because he was like, oh, she's holding me down, like this stupid kid, if it wasn't for him I'd be able to fly freely. But if the guy had no moral compass, what was keeping him there to begin with? I guess on some very small level he cared for Hawks, but it didn't really look like that. Or he cared for the mother, I don't know. He seemed to not care about either of the two. So when he ran away, I was like, yeah, I was kind of expecting that. What took you so long? But I love the progression, I guess, of Hawks as this like hero that never really saw heroes as real until one of them just happened to interfere with his life, and then he was like, oh my gosh. The interesting thing is that Hawks, I feel like, is embracing his true hero persona by finding out that Endeavor was a terrible dad, and having his own experience with a terrible dad. I was like, oh gosh, this might shatter the connection between Hawks and Endeavor, but instead Hawks is like, Endeavor is in trouble, and I am going to save him. Man, I love Hawks. Like, you gotta love him for that. I didn't know. I did know about Hawks' childhood, and I did know that his name was Keiko Takami and all of that other stuff. I didn't know that his mom had the quirk that she did. I assumed that Hawks' dad was the more bird-like quirk of the two, but I didn't know that Hawks would have made that decision to back Endeavor despite the striking similarities between their pasts. And now we've got like 3 abusive father... Oh, no, now we've got 4 abusive father figures in My Hero Academia. At least one of them learned, you know? At least one of them's really, really trying to change. I bet the horrible thing is that secretly, while Natsu's watching him there, secretly Natsu's like, yeah, suffer. Like, this is not affecting me. Whereas I feel that Rei is like, I am here to talk business. I've stayed in the shadows too long, and I am finally well enough after years of you locking me in a mental hospital I am finally ready to talk about Toya and Shoto and every messed up thing you've done. So guess what? We're like, sit down, sweetie. We're ready to talk. Even Fuyumi can't like look the other way at this point. But yeah, so that cover of Yusei Run or Jet Set Run or whatever it is, I might not know the title of it, but I know that it's like the My Hero Academia theme. I know it well enough to recognize it. There's a version that Cloud Jumper did on it that's amazing. Go listen. So the tempo is off. The main tempo is off. Kind of like, if the other tempo kind of goes like this tempo was kind of like discordant, but like the same way that like Sleigh Ride originally goes dun 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 dun, and then the instrumental part that we love to listen to on the radio goes dun 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 dun. I feel like it delivers the same message, but the tempo is off. That almost immediately means that something is wrong. And then the strings that are playing beneath it, like there's nothing about this melody that seems inherently bad, but because we know the melody already, we've heard it like in slow and soulful when Midoriya rescued Eri, and like fast and determined when Spinner was trying to wake Shigaraki, when Deku and Todoroki were fighting, not just to win, but fighting for their own personal values to be seen and heard. They give us this version for Endeavor. The strings behind it were low, and they were chords, basically. It wasn't like one string playing all the notes, it was several. To me, it sounded like dragging, that somehow this backup was reaching towards the melody and just dragging it back. And I think it conveyed so well the uneasiness and the stress that Hero Society is facing, even though the heroes themselves, some of them are leaving, hence the dragging back. But there are some that are still trying to go forward. One of them, I think, being Endeavor. He doesn't want to quit. It's very obvious that he doesn't want to quit, but he thinks that he might have to. Not because he's worried about what'll the media think. It's literally because I have finally found an enemy that I can't face. My own son. I can't fight my son. I made this monster. I'm not about to put him in the ground because I feel differently now. I feel like even back when Endeavor was abusive, he wouldn't have been able to do it because Toya was like his greatest success and his greatest failure. I feel like old Endeavor probably would have been able to wipe it under the rug or something. He probably would have contacted like lawyers or something. He would have tried to put Toya down, or Dabi in this sense. He would have tried to put Dabi and the idea of Toya still being alive down, try to bury it, and of course that would sever the relationship, the connection with his family completely. Rei would cut him out, Fuyumi would cut him out, Natsu would be far, far, far away into the distance, and Shoto would never use his fire again. Or you know, he would disown Endeavor. Like everybody would walk away if that was still happening. But Endeavor's good now. He's learning, he's atoning. And now his guilt has come back to like completely bite him in the face, and he's just, I deserve this. I'm glad they threw like a teensy bit of humor in it when he was just like, I can't find my own son, I just can't do it. And then like over in the door, the Todorokis are like, I got up to do that. But you see what I mean. I'm glad that they put some humor to it, but at the same time, like when he pressed the button on his hospital bed to go back, I was just like, this is Endeavor's literal fall from grace, and they're doing it with a hospital bed. Ah! Okay, I love doing musical analyses like this because it calls back to active time as a musician in elementary school, middle school, high school, college. I've been a violinist for all my life, and I know that like not many people know this because I'm just sitting in front of a camera and I'm just telling you stuff, but I am a girl of many talents. I'm a jack of all trades in that sense. I film these videos, I edit these videos, try to do other edits, I play the violin and listen to movie soundtracks when I write my stories. I crochet, I do a lot of stuff. So I can pick up on emotion conveyed, especially when it comes to like main themes in movies, in TV shows, in anime. That whole Rengoku Akaza thing that happened in the Mugen Train movie, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. And maybe it's just because I am a manga reader and I understand it, but it's like, me being a musician, I can also understand it. So here, when I heard this cover of You Say Run, I was like, oh gosh, we're discussing that because holy moly, that's amazing. Obviously, this is way too much footage. So I'm gonna just end it there. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. You don't have to, but I am trying to make this a source of income for me, so it'd be super, super cool if you did. Comment below, tell me your theories, tell me your analyses. They should not have named this the Hellish Todoroki Family Part 2, because they were barely in it. If Horikoshi did that, then well, I guess they have no choice. Next, we're gonna see how Toya became Dabi. As I know a little bit about Keigo Takami's backstory, I also know a little bit about Dabi's backstory. Not Dabi, sorry. I know a little bit more about Toya's backstory. I know what happened inside the walls of the Todoroki household. I don't really know what happened after that. Yeah, so thank you for staying and have a nice day.